The other day, when I called an elevator, there was already a man in there. He was standing with his back to me. Usually I wouldn't be surprised to find someone inside an elevator, but it was the first time I saw someone who stood facing away from the door, so I was a bit taken aback. For a moment, I hesitated to go in, but perhaps he was only surveying the posters, and it would be rude of me if I just left. I was being considerate for no reason, but I got in anyway. The man was muttering away to himself. I decided to stand to the side of the man, leaning against the wall, because I didn't want to turn my back on him. Once, I glanced at him and saw that he was standing stiffly upright, about 10 centimeters, 4 inches, from the wall, his face a mask of pure rage. He was like an Oni, a demon incarnate. No, son. Help me, Buddha. I prayed that the elevator would arrive at the first floor as fast as possible. I took the elevator at the 8th floor, so there was a long way to go. No, you listen to me! What? How dare you say that, you moron! I'm the one at fault here. Really! He wasn't so much muttering as he was yelling now. But how on earth can this elevator be so slow? We're still at the 6th floor. Cold sweat was breaking out on my skin. The moment we arrived at the 1st floor, I got off immediately, but when I looked back from a distance, it looked as though he hadn't gotten off. It was in the following month that I encountered the man again. This time he was talking to a wall in an underground passageway. From then on, I started seeing him more often, until at last he started appearing in my neighborhood. Oh crap, am I being followed by a crazy stalker? The thought made my knees shake. One time, he appeared while I was walking with a friend, so I said, "There he is again." But my friend said, "Who?" "That guy over there talking to a wall," I said. But my friend replied, "I don't see anyone there." That's when I realized that he wasn't an entity of this world. Come to think of it, when I saw him in the elevator in my company's building, I had been working overtime and it was already way past midnight. It all made sense to me now. If he was a ghost, he couldn't stab me to death or do anything like that. I actually felt more relieved than upset. But things were about to get worse. Soon, I found him standing right in front of my house. He was talking to the front door, so I couldn't open it. I left the house from a back door and escaped to a convenience store. When I returned, he was gone. The following day, he appeared inside my house. He was talking to the fridge. I somehow had this notion that he wouldn't be able to come inside, so that scared me quite a bit, and I threw some salt over the kitchen for purification, but it had no effect on him. I gave up and tried to go to sleep, but couldn't, because he was yelling so loudly. I spent the whole night wide awake. Annoyed and exhausted, I finally yelled, "Shut the fuck up! Go somewhere else!" Then, the next day, as I lay on my bed, he appeared right in front of my face, muttering something endlessly. I was probably on the verge of having a mental breakdown at this point. "What is your problem? What have I done? I've had enough of this shit!" I started yelling back at him every time he appeared. Then, one day, my friend saw me at it, and he said, Hey, you were talking to a wall. Oh, I see. I get it now. Finally, it all clicked into place. I went to see the doctor straight away. I thought I was mentally ill. But instead, I found out that there was a blockage or something in one of my cerebral blood vessels, and I was told that I would have been dead had they not performed a bypass surgery on me. I'm still unsure whether that man was my hallucination or a real ghost.